Good news, our offices are opening up again, so we can all head back to the office. But before we run back in droves, what do we need to do to keep ourselves and others safe in this process? If you haven't already thought about it, I recommend cleaning your devices on a regular basis, but especially now as we're converging back into our offices. Maybe converging is the wrong word, but as we head back into our offices, how can we stay safe, keep others safe around us? Because I think that's really the most important thing in this whole process is keeping others safe. A lot of us aren't necessarily at risk ourselves, but how do we keep those around us and those we interact with safe and healthy as much as possible? So we have these devices that we've been having at home and people have been touching them at our house, and now we're going into the office. What does it look like to clean them, and how do we do that without wrecking our devices? First things first, if you have a new cell phone, it probably has Gorilla Glass 3, 4, or 5. And that means you can pretty much do almost anything to those phones. A lot of them now have glass in the front and the back. So you can just use rubbing alcohol or whatever you want. Most are waterproof. These phones are pretty bulletproof, and I'd be really surprised if you could hurt them. Definitely don't use bleach. That would be my one recommendation. But rubbing alcohol and a nice microfiber cloth should get your devices nice and clean. So definitely tablets, cell phones, screens, microfiber cloth, and some rubbing alcohol would be good. There's also things from people like Monster that do screen cleaners, and those are good as well. I'm not sure the antibacterial nature of that, but the screens probably don't get too much stuff on them just because you're not really interacting with them as part of your daily regimen. I would definitely recommend using alcohol on the little piece where the power buttons are, because that's definitely going to be the spot on your monitor and your keyboard and laptop and things where you're going to be interfacing with the devices most. A lot of times those areas, you can just take a Clorox wipe. So these Clorox wipes are pretty safe and they won't harm any of the hard plastic surfaces on your devices. So keyboards, the power buttons on your screens, the outside of your laptop computer, you can definitely use Clorox bleach. Not Clorox bleach. Don't use Clorox bleach. A Clorox wipe for some of those areas. They definitely have ones that say for device or electronic care, so you can go check those out as well. And those are probably a little bit safer on those plastics and things like that. But so that's it. I probably would recommend more regular cleaning of your cell phones. I did some research, and about 7 to 10 times dirtier than a public restroom, which is pretty horrible. So maybe going forward, put together a regimen of just cleaning your cell phone on some regular basis, because it goes with us everywhere, and we may pull it out of our pocket before we even get to washing our hands when we come back home, and you're texting or checking things on the way back in the house. And so they tend to be carriers of a lot of those germs and things that we're just hauling around with us. So yeah, it's kind of gross to think about, but go clean it. Thanks guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a quick one today, which I'm sure you all appreciate. If you have any other ideas, comments about how you're cleaning your devices, please go in the comments below and we can all share what you've had there, so maybe successes or failures you've had in cleaning devices and moving back into the offices again. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to follow CCA Technology on LinkedIn if you aren't already, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Later.